Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, we are back to Introduction to Linguistics, and today, I am going to deal with or to touch on another important aspect of linguistics, which is phonology. Okay, what is phonology? Phonology is the study of the patterns of sounds in a language and across languages. If put more formally, phonology is the study of the categorical organization of speech sounds in languages, how speech sounds are organized or strung in the mind and used to convey meaning. In this section, we will describe the most common phonological processes and introduce the concepts of underlying representation of sounds versus what is actually produced, which is the surface form. When we say phonology, is the study of how speech sounds or phonemes are combined together to make words. We need to understand that different symbols represent different sounds. In different languages, the same sound is represented by different symbols. That's why the relationship between the symbol, the shape of the letter, the shape of the sound, and its sound is arbitrary one. For example, the ra that we have, the ra, in English is called ra, in French is called, the same symbol is called ra, in German is called cha, okay? Phonology versus phonetics. We'll talk about the key differences. Phonology, as we said, is concerned with the abstract representation of sounds in mind, whereas phonetics is concerned with the physical properties of the sound. In phonetics, we can see infinite realization of some sounds. For example, every time you say ka, you say ga, it will slightly be different from the other times you have said it. This means that if I say ma this time, it will be different from the ma in another word. So if I produce different ma sounds, they will not be the same, in terms of their pronunciation. So the word realization, which is in red, print means the slightly different pronunciation of the same phoneme. Like when I say Muhammad, Muhammad. Okay, when I say kite, I say bike. So the ka doesn't have the same quality or the same realization. Okay. However, in phonology, all productions are the same sound within the language's phoneme inventory. Let me say something. If you say tab with a puff of air, we'll say tab or tab. It's all the same because it has one symbol that represents it. In Arabic, we say qalam, kalam, alam. Okay, these are different pronunciation of the same phoneme, the same sound. Qa, it will have the symbol qa in Arabic that we are familiar with. Okay, the same thing with English. Whether we say tab as alveolar, we say tab, tab, dab. It's all the same. Say dog, dog. Okay, dog. It's all the same. Okay, we have the same phoneme, the same symbol for the sound, despite its different pronunciation. Okay. This highlights a key difference between phonetics and phonology, as even though no two cas or different cas are the same, they represent the same sound in language. Okay, whether it's say mustashfa, mustashfa, mustashfi, okay, whether sha, she, it's all the same because it had the same symbol. Phonology versus phonetics. If you say table and you say table, okay, table with a strong ta, it's all the same. When they say table, table, we have the same ta and the same ba. Despite the different pronunciations, still they have the same symbol, which is ta that you know. It's this t, 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 t. As you see, if you consider the word she and you say she is a man, she is a man, the same whether you say e or e, it's all the same. You see, here we have English vowels and English consonants together. Just you need to have look at them when free. Of phonemes versus allophones. It's a good idea to know the definition of phoneme and allophone. Phoneme, as you recall, is the minimal or the smallest unit of sound. It's a linguistic unit of sound, and it is the smallest. But what is an allophone? An allophone is the slightly different pronunciation of the same phoneme. As I say, qa, we say qalam, alam, kalam, the same. Okay, so phonemes are the meaningfully different sound units in a language. So it is a unit of sound, it is a sound unit, the smallest unit of sound, because if you have the word cat, we have 3 sounds or 3 phonemes, ik, it. So you can't divide the sound ka into other smaller parts. This is impossible. For example, bat, bat different there first phoneme because we have in the first one pa and the second one ba. Okay, and so on. Vowels are also phonemes. And the word big, which means kabir, and bag, yatawassal, we have 2 different vowels which change the meaning of both words. So remember that phonemes don't always match up with the spelling when 2 words differ by a single phoneme. Okay, that's very important. So phonemes don't always match up with the spelling. You have to understand this. Phonemes that are known as a minimal pair, okay, big, bag, tic, tac, hit, hat, and so on. You will find that in minimal pairs that either we have 2 different consonants or 2 different vowels. It's a kit, cat, so the difference is in the vowel. If I say cat and care, so we have the difference in consonants. Phonemes, they are known as a minimal pair. Allophones are different ways to pronounce a phoneme, as I said, based on its environment. I mean, where the phoneme comes in a word. I'll give a good example is when we say light, so the la is strong here, but when we say little, so the la comes finally, it's weak. As you see in the examples, okay, these different la, these different la's, the plural of la always occur in different environments and words, which is known as complementary distribution. But remember, this is not important for you, just you need to have basic information. Okay, as you see these examples, we have cyan, sanity, electric, electricity, atom, atomic. Cyan, sanity, they are different, so they are related, somehow related. I don't say sanative, so when I add it becomes noun. Electric, electricity, I didn't say electrician or electriness, we add ete, so this becomes noun. Atom, atomic, it becomes adjective. So I don't say atomiv or atomatal, and so on. Phonology finds these syntactic ways in which the forms differ and explains them, because we have phonological rules, because once again creating words from sounds is phonologically governed, governed by rules. What is stored in the mind? Phonology studies abstract mental entities, such as structures and processes. This contrasts with phonetics, which deals with the actual production and acoustic of the sounds of language. Okay, if I say dog, if I say horse, automatically, a mental image of horse will come to my mind, because it's something abstract. So I don't need to say, an actual horse in front of me, before me, okay, no. Phonology looks at many different things. Okay, once again, what sounds go together? We have phonological rules for this. A look at what sounds or sound combination are accepted and why. So phonology looks at what sounds combinations are strong, are accepted and why. Take is acceptable. We can say ache. Phonologically, this is unacceptable. Cake, right. Cat, right. But can I say tack? I begin the word with tack, unacceptable. God, dog, do, because there is nobody in English beginning with the two sounds. I mean, the vowels, the consonants. Giddo. No. Horse and horse. So horse is unacceptable. So the words read are not acceptable because they contradict, they violate the phonological conventions in English. Okay, how are sounds organized into syllables? With the use of phonological trees, syllables are broken up. Broken up means divided more easily. Syllables are made up of an onset. Onset means the beginning of the syllable. Any consonants that are at the beginning of the word or syllable. A nucleus, which means the beak, which means the center of the syllable. مركز المقطع النواة وهم طبعا دائما أصوات علة vowel sounds in the syllable and coda is the end of the syllable. Remember, these are the key components of the syllable. Once again, they are the onset, nucleus, and the coda. So an onset is the beginning, a nucleus is the center, and coda is the end. If you see, here is an example. The word is school, which is a monosyllabic word because it has one vowel sound. So isk, is the accent. It can be two consonant sounds, three consonant sounds maximum. Then we have the vowel U, which is the center or the nucleus. And then we have the final la sound that is the consonant coda. But you need to remember that it's not important, it's not necessary that a syllable contains an accent and a coda. It can have the nucleus, because this is the center of the vowel. There is no syllable without vowel. There is no syllable without vowel. Okay. If we consider the word about, look, about. The word about, as you see, has two vowels. So because it has two vowel sounds, then it has two syllables. But if we just say school, how many syllables, how many vowels does the word school have? It has one vowel, so it is a monosyllabic word. It is a one-syllable word. About, about. So what's wrong with is a vowel sound, that is the schwa, and it is a whole syllable, but remember, it doesn't have an accent nor a coda, but it still constitutes or forms a whole syllable. The second one, bout, say b, this is the onset, and ow is the nucleus, the center, that is a vowel sound, ow, and it's a diphthong. It, that is a consonant, and that is the coda. So we have to say that the word about consists of two syllables. The first syllable is a vowel. It doesn't have an onset nor a coda. The second syllable, that is bout, consists of an onset, that is the consonant p, and the vowel ow, which is a nucleus or the center, and coda, that is the t, that is the end of the consonant. A vowel sound can constitute a whole syllable because it is the center, the heart. It is necessary that a syllable has a vowel, not consonant. So you have to change this. Okay. I will give another example. When we say it is necessary that a consonant has or have vowel sound, because the vowel is the heart, is the beak, the nucleus of the syllable. Look at these words: happy, happen, school, universe, I, teacher. In the word happy, we have two syllables, ha, and we have the second syllable, p. So here we have a vowel sound a vowel sound. So we say the first syllable has an accent and a nucleus, but it doesn't have a coda. The second syllable has an accent that is p, and a vowel that is I, happy. The same with the word happen. Ha is the first syllable and pen is the second syllable. Happen, happen, happen. So we have, once again, we have the accent and we have the nucleus or the center. Then we have the second syllable which has an accent, and then we have the nucleus that is the vowel sound, and then we have in that is the coda. And the word school, so we have the accent and we have the nucleus, then we have the coda that is the la. And the word universe, universe, the word has 3 syllables actually. The first one is you, which is the center of the vowel. But we don't have an accent nor a coda. The second syllable is ni, uni, ni. We have an accent and we have a nucleus or center that is the vowel sound, and the last one is verse, universe, verse. We have an accent, then we have this a nucleus that is a vowel, and we have the final consonant that is the coda. Remember that the letter A is silent, so I have to say that not every vowel letter will represent a sound. Remember this I is a monosyllabic, okay, I. It consists of the diphthong I. We don't have a coda nor an onset. Teacher, the word consists of 2 syllables. We have the first one, teach, then A. A is a second syllable or the last syllable. It's a schwa, and it constitutes a whole syllable. How many syllables in the word administration? We have ad, then we have men, then we have s, administration. We have 5 syllables, but in other dictionaries, it can be 4 syllables because the last one is syllabic. Thank you so much, dear students, for joining me. This is the end of our meeting or our presentation. Thank you so much.